feed my boat around the traps, especially with the Victorian and recently the Tasmanian rounds. Morgo asked me to talk about the boat and the motor, of course. The boat is a Boston Whaler Dauntless 200. It's a 20-foot boat, maximum road width of 7.5 feet, I think, 2.5 metres, that's it. And it's a very heavy boat. It weighs a little over 2 tonne, and that gives me not only huge stability, but a great power to run through some uncomfortable, choppy seas. However, at rest, it's a boat that only draws 8 inches of water. So it means I can fish, say, the Mitchell Cut, just gently glide through it. Sometimes you make a mistake and you might have to reverse, but it draws very little water. So anything a modern bass boat can get into, this can get into. It's powered by this Mercury Verado. It's a 225 horsepower engine. It's a straight 6, 2.6 litre fuel injected. But what gives it its amazing power is the supercharger they bolt to this. It is sensational. It will get me out of the hole so quickly, in particular through that 4-blade Revolution 17-pitch propeller. The motor itself, though, it will hum along at flat-out speed, or you just pull it back a little bit when you've trimmed the girl up, and you'll still sit on your... I don't have the speeds of the bass boats, of course, but I can do a maximum of about 47 knots, which is not too bad for a big girl like this, I can tell you. But she is a really good, comfortable boat with this brilliant motor. Now, inside the boat, there is a bucket load of room. I'm just going to get up and show you this, and while I do that, you'll just have a look at the side of the boat. It's sitting on a Savage trailer, incredibly comfortable bed for the boat to relax in, torsion bar suspension, and it really is a comfortable, safe trailer to tow. Up here at the workstation, you've got a seat comfortable for 2. Underneath the seat is 1 live tank, that's 100 litres. And then up the front, in front of the console, is a second live tank. That's about 70 litres, I think it is. So it really is good. If you're working ABT, you've got non-boater fish, boater fish. Really excellent thing. I have, which is really wonderful, a centre console cabin to store things. Now, you'll see there's a lot of junk in there at the moment, but it gives me the ability of clearing the deck of all the tackle bags that I don't need, and I can lock them all away, and she's gone. It's lovely and clean and tidy. Up at the helm, as I've got the power steering. The Mercury is fitted with the AMS power steering system, and that is an amazing thing. It's like when you have, I suppose, if you had a stern drive engine, you have power steering on it, and you don't know how good it is until you use it. This is the same. So I've got that. I've got a Pro Trim adjuster to trim the motor out. I'm running a Simrad NSS 3 12-inch sounder through a live transducer, a 3-way transducer. Excellent vision, absolutely excellent vision. I can, and I love shallow water, and I can look at fish at a very far distance, as was demonstrated a while ago by another ABT member. I can find fish like at Marlow across the flat water there. I can find fish a long way away. So I've got that on board. Up the front, of course, the main fishing tool I've got is my Motor Guide and this one's a 36 volt, 105 pound or 110 pound electric motor. It is wonderful. I've had an 80 pound most of the boat's life, and I've recently gone to this 36 volt unit, and when I'm in a real rough water scenario, once again enjoying fishing the flats, and I want to get away without starting the big motor, this is working a real treat. I've got a Lowrance 12-inch carbon up on the bow, and I run a separate transducer in the water from. Normally, people put a transducer on the base of their electric motor. The final piece of the puzzle is my talon anchoring pole. It's a 12-footer. It's been a fantastic addition to holding me in my shallow waters, in particular shallow waters. Whenever we hook up while we're drifting along in a shallow area, we put the talon down straight away. That way we're not fighting a fish over while we're drifting over unfished waters. We're fighting that fish within the zone that we catch it, hopefully extending the amount of room we've got to give us productive water. That's my boat. It's a brief discussion. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you when we get out of our COVID-19 jail sentence.